Hi, y'all. This is Damian Carter on YouTube, Damian Pierre Carter on Facebook, and Supermodel Swagger on Instagram. This is the Real Talk today, and this is June 26th of 2015. You know something? Happy Friday, by the way. My heart is real heavy about something real heavy. Today is a landmark day for the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and questioning or examining or two-spirited, any label you choose to identify that doesn't equate with heterosexual. Today is your day because guess what? You get to get married nationwide. All 50 states must recognize your marriage. All 50 states must now make laws that accommodate you in terms of a legally married unit. I'll drink to that. And to all my couples that are already married in states that have already legalized marriages for same-sex couples, I applaud you. I'm very happy on the surface about this landmark event because 20 years ago in high school, I always said to my classmates, if the laws change, I might get married. Well, I now have that opportunity to get married nationwide. You pick a state, I'll go. A part of me wants to go to one of those backwood states that are in the deep south that are conservative and racist and sexist and conservative, that will smile in your face and spit in your tea. I want to go to the justice of the peace in one of those backwood boondock type of states and have a justice of the peace dare to defy me, should I find a partner. Now, you know why I'm feeling kind of ambivalent right now? I guess the whole black and gay stories are starting to conflict now, because for years I have been treated like a double negative because I'm black and gay, and not just from other people but from my own people, the blacks. I mean, I can go into further detail about what the story is, but let's just face it. It didn't occur to me how much the civil rights movement and the gay rights movement have been butting heads with each other. And so for many years, I have been in an inner conflict of my own. And while I am applauding the fact that I, as a black man, could always marry a woman, I now, as a black gay man, can get married to anyone, anywhere in the United States, proper. But at the same time, I wonder, while I can have my gay side acknowledged and recognized romantically, does that mean I won't get racially profiled when I try to go shopping in a high-end boutique that assumes that I'm going to shoplift them? Does that mean that the Metro police officers will stop profiling me when I'm on those Metro stops that are mostly white and I look like I'm fitting the profile of a suspect that tried to jump the gate from earlier in that day? Does that mean that a white woman will not clutch her purse and hold it closer to her when I'm riding the elevator with her? Does that mean that people that come into my job where I work currently won't refer to black people as colored? Now, mind you, where I work is where Abraham Lincoln was assassinated. If you want to know where that location is, do your history research. Learn your history. I'm not going to go into detail about where I work. So I'm a bit conflicted. I'm happy, but I'm concerned. I feel like, yes, I applaud it. We've done it, y'all. We've made a significant impact on history. But when I say the word history, I'm feeling a bit empty because as a gay black man, I have always pondered, why isn't our history written? And you know, just like in African culture and in many parts of our African American culture, we've had a griot. someone who is the oral historian that passes down those stories orally. We have some of those in the gay black culture, but let's face it, they're not getting any younger. The stories are fading, and many of the figures and the heavy hitters of our history have gone on to have moved on, have transitioned to another level, another energy. They've died, basically. And it would be nice to know if I can connect with someone historically that looks like me, sounds like me, acts like me, was like me. And I don't have that. I don't have that hero to look forward to. I have Marcus Garvey. I have Malcolm X. I have Martin Luther King. I have Al Sharpton. Don't come for Al Sharpton, y'all. He is a figure that has made positive impacts. I even have Marion Barry because you know what? He was flawed, but he was a genius, and he recognized his imperfections in life, and he persevered and advocated for folks that are on the lower level of society until the day he died. He's a hero to me. And I have my local heroes that I won't mention because they are near and dear to my heart, and I don't want to put them on blast during my blog. However, the gay icons, the black gay male icons are far and few in between. And I think I'm feeling a bit conflicted about that because the black gay men in this that are hearing this video blog right now, we need to step our game up. You know why? Because many of us have been subject to the predecessors that have not only not cared, they have tried to chase their own demons away through God. Donnie McClurkin. Yes, Queen, I came for you. Through alcohol, happy hour. This is just my drink for happy hour. And through drugs. We've not been able to address those demons, some of us. We've not been able to process those demons, some of us. And for those of us who have decided to work on those demons and face them, we're still left empty because the ones that are left after that are trying to fuck us and not talk. That's my experience. The men who are not around, the few relics that are not around to pass on that history are either too confused and too disoriented from their own intake of libations and substances, or they've already moved on, died, or they're too busy trying to keep up fight the cause that you really don't have an opportunity to have a conversation with them until you make an appointment with them. And they might not be able to accommodate your appointment time and date until months later, and God willing, they'll still be alive then because they're burning the candle out at both ends. I was able to attend a session yesterday of the 25th anniversary of the movie Paris is Burning. For those of you who don't know the movie Paris is Burning, it's very interesting that I got to see this movie yesterday because Paris is Burning talked about the gay underground club culture, and it also acknowledged the informal family units called houses that looked out for each other, supported each other, consoled each other, were there for each other. And it made me stop and think today when I heard the news about the Supreme Court decision about national recognition of same-sex marriages. It made me stop and think, wow, everyone that was in this movie that's no longer with us would be proud. But at the same time, are we going to be able to still aspire to be what the majority is? Are we as blacks going to come together finally and accept? Are the blacks going to finally accept the black gays and lesbians? That's my question. Are the black churches going to finally just embrace us and not try to hold on to those archaic values that have ostracized many and caused many to go into the closet, go into the down low, increase the AIDS epidemic rates, and I'm talking about new infections, by the way. And are we going to just stop being superficial and really accept each other as humans? The work starts here. We got national recognition of our marriages, ladies and gentlemen, but the work starts here. Can black churches accept us? Bitches, you bitches need to work on yourselves as well. Because if I have to walk into a Pentecostal church with my partner, I'm gonna hold his hand. I'm gonna recognize him as the love in my life. And if you can't accept that, so be it. You can't accept it. You will not have my support. If I have to walk into a Southern Baptist church and get the same recognition, so be it. If I have to walk into an African, I have a stepfather that's a minister in a Orthodox Catholic church. If he can't accept it, though he does accept me, he accepts me. But if I have to walk into another church of that nature, so be it. This is where the concept of seeking approval comes in. The more you seek approval, the more you become a slave to it. I stopped seeking approval roughly 3 years ago at the age of 32. It took me that long to realize I'm a grown-ass man, dog. I pay my bills. I pay my taxes. I stay out of trouble. I mind my business. And hopefully I can make an impact on the community with one of my predecessors who was an ANC commissioner himself, whom is a father of 5, whom has the most beautiful spirit. I hope to embody some of those values that some of the predecessors that have made that impact, that have the role of griot to me, and have the essence of true love. That's the whole thing that I kept seeing today. Love. Love wins. Love wins, in my opinion, yes. Love has won, but the work begins today. Love wins, but the work begins today. Question is, are you up for the tasks? I know I am. And that's the Real Talk for today, June 26th of 2015. Be fierce, be fabulous, and be inspired. My name is Damian Carter on YouTube and Google+. Damian Pierre Carter on Facebook, and Supermodel Swagger on Instagram. As I stated before, be fierce, be fabulous, and be inspired. If you live in Washington, D.C., I'll catch you on the runway. I love you. If no one else tells you tonight that they loved you, know that I do. Be well.